morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. It's the last day of 2024. Can you believe it?
It's hard to believe, but it is.
I never knew that we would go on this long. You know, when we were young, we thought 2024, that's in another galaxy or something like that. But here we are.
Here we are.
And we have, you look very nice.
Oh, you like my
Explain
brigade?
yourself.
Well, I haven't got to wear this the whole Christmas season, so I thought I would put this extra little velvet thing on, and then I put on more jewelry. No, it isn't. However, it's still good, right? Even though,
Well, it's something to talk about.
yeah, really. What are we gonna do today?
Well, let me explain a little bit. First of all, we have been out of the picture for a while, and we're so sorry about that. It hasn't that we haven't been thinking about it, but we haven't had time. We went through the Christmas season. We did about 12 catering jobs in the month of December. Mamie, are you enjoying?
Oh, I thought you was talking to them.
But I'm watching you prep.
Okay, all right.
Okay, but anyway, we did that and everything was successful, but we got tired. And we had a wonderful Christmas. I spent this year Christmas with Mamie's family because mine was kind of scattered. But I enjoyed myself and my children enjoyed themselves even though they didn't have their mother. First time ever. But anyway, we thank God for getting us through. And I thank you, Mamie, for a wonderful Christmas season. She was a trooper throughout the catering job. She was there. She was faithful. She put in hard work and long hours. And she did it joyfully and gratefully.
Yeah.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
So today we thought we'd end this year. We're going to do kind of my take on a Mexican meatloaf. So we're going to start here. Mamie, would you put in this beef blend? This is a blend of ground beef and ground pork.
Ground beef and ground pork, okay?
Right, so would you put that in a bowl?
And we don't mind that it says $7 cheaper. It's cheaper, so that's good. We don't mind
Well,
that.
still, $7 is still a lot of money, but $3.50 a pound. Hasn't things gone up this year? This has been such a year for expenses. We're hoping that things get better. Put that in there. So that would be a 2-pound container of half pork and half beef. Then here I have a half pound of Jimmy Dean sausage. Would you put that in?
It might mess up my hands, but maybe not.
You really shouldn't be cooking with all that stuff. But
You're the one that told me to start doing
oh,
this.
I know. I'm just telling you, but you're gonna get dirty. So the best thing to do, Mamie,
Yes.
I see you are using a spoon, but don't you think it would be better to use your hands?
Not me. No, I can't do it. Not without gloves.
Okay, go ahead then and squish it around.
Well, could you give me a bigger spoon?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'll be happy to.
Trash there. So we welcome you back, and you're just gonna enjoy this little. We're gonna try to make a shorter video. I want Kathy to tell what the ingredients are.
Okay, this is
Yes.
2 pounds of a blend pork and beef, and then half a pound of Jimmy Dean sausage. And then I'm going to add to this a teaspoon of salt.
Teaspoon, not tablespoon.
Teaspoon of salt in there.
Okay.
And a little bit of ground pepper. Got to have a little ground pepper in there.
Ground
Get
pepper.
that in there too.
Okay.
And now this is what's kind of like, we're going to add about a half of an onion that I've chopped very finely, because in meatloaf you want it fine.
Okay, fine.
So we're going to add
That's just fine.
some onion to that.
Okay.
And then here I've taken a can of Ortega chilies. Now I have the bigger ones because I'm going to use them, but I chopped them and I'm going to use the bigger ones too. So a good handful of your Mexican chili.
So a handful of Mexican chili, not
Okay.
2 teaspoons.
Now another thing I'm going to add here, and I always talk about this and it really works, I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of baking soda.
Baking soda.
And that's going to make it tender, plus it's going to make it a really pretty brown flavor.
Okay. I like that.
Then next we're going to add a panade. What a panade is bread and milk.
Bread and milk.
And I
she said.
just use this cheap classic white bread, the kind that we used to eat when we were young, with bologna sandwiches, that cheap white bread. And I've added milk to it to make it real nice and soft.
Okay.
What this does, it gives the meatloaf body, plus again, it keeps it
This
tender.
is tiring. Oh,
So we're gonna add the panade to it. And we're gonna add a little bit of, you don't have to,
okay. Panade is going to make it stick together, maybe?
yes, holds it
Okay,
together.
That's the
Gonna
panade.
add a little bit of chives to it if you have
A
it.
little bit.
Then I'm gonna add, to bind the meatloaf, I'm gonna add an egg.
Add an egg.
You gotta do that, mix it
One
good.
egg.
Right. Now maybe I'm gonna get in there with my hands because I don't have a problem
And
with
your
that.
hands are clean.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna bring this all together like this. So we have, mix it really well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to add about a half, would you have a measuring cup?
I do.
Okay. So we're getting this really added together. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the Ortega chilies.
Half a cup.
Okay, would you give me, half a cup. I'm gonna do, now what this is half a cup of cream with mushroom soup with a little bit of half and half.
Okay.
We're just putting that in there too. And we'll be using the rest of it later. So we're gonna add that together. This feels really, really good. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm gonna add, I made some Velveeta cheese cubes. And I'm gonna put some of those in with our meat.
Okay.
We're gonna mix those together.
Mhm.
I'll take a few more. And it's gonna make it so delicious inside. So then we're gonna mix all this together. Now I need that baking dish.
Oh, okay. We'll just have to pause then because the camera woman is leaving to go find the baking dish. And I will also check and make sure, okay? All right.
So you can see that, look inside this. I've got our hamburger and pork blend, some more sausage. I've got this delicious Velveeta cheese in there, a little bit of mushroom soup mix, and our seasonings, our panade, our chopped onions, and our Ortega chili. So it is gorgeous. Now we're gonna put this together. Now remember when we were young, that I know it's a long time, but some of us remember. Aren't you glad we
We're
remember
mature.
when we were young?
Yeah, and we are now mature.
But when our mamas would make, no offense mama, make us meatloaf, she'd put it in a meatloaf pan, right? And it cooked in there, and while it was cooking, the grease from the meat would assemble all around the meatloaf, and it would just be sitting in grease. Well, that wasn't too attractive, but that's what we ate. But anyway, we're not gonna do it this way now. We've done it a new way. We've taken our nice dish here, Mamie sprayed it, and what we're gonna do, Mamie, is, you want me to continue doing this?
Oh, I think it's done.
Well, no, we're gonna put it away now.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna take, this is all mixed really well. It's really soft. So we're gonna take our meatloaf like this. We got a lot of meatloaf. It's a good thing we're having company for dinner tonight, or lunch. Mamie's daughter and son-in-law and grandson are coming for lunch. So we're gonna assemble this, pat it through, and get a nice form on it. So I guess we don't need all this meat, but that's okay, we use most of it. If you have a bigger pan, you could, or whatever, but this is quite a bit. I'm not done, Amy, do you mind?
What do you want?
I still want some stuff.
Why would you put more stuff?
No, Amy, give me the mushroom soup mix,
There it is, right?
and give me the Ortega chilies, the whole ones. Okay. Now, how we're gonna finish this, so we see how nice we've got it assembled. It's all real nice. Now what we're gonna do is the cream of frog on this. We're gonna take our mushroom soup mix and we're gonna spread it. Now normally if you were making a regular meatloaf, you'd be putting ketchup on it. But this is our Spanish meatloaf. So the ketchup is not the same, and we really don't want to put salsa on it either. So we're going to use this.
Could
yes.
you use tomato sauce?
Not really, not on this one.
Not that.
No, because this is, I'll show you why in a minute. So we've covered it all with this delicious sauce. Now what we're going to do is take some of our whole chilies, like this, and we're going to cut it in half and
Nice.
spread it like this and like this.
Mhm.
And then we're going
Very
to
pretty.
do it like this.
Decorated, right?
Well, then plus when it cooks, it's got all that wonderful flavor.
Ooh, yeah, and it's gonna smell like
So-
wonderful.
Put one more here. So we've covered it with Ortega chilies. And now, do you have any more of my cheese? Oh
Do
yeah.
I ever?
Okay, then we're gonna do this. We're gonna just put this around too.
This is low-cal, right?
Oh no.
Oh.
No,
He
any,
never cooks low-cal.
no, and it, you know what?
Low fat? No, not even low
Well,
fat.
no, because it's got cheese in it.
Mhm.
But it's good cheese. This Velveeta cheese has got such good flavor. So we're just gonna, we're just gonna push that in like that. And we're going to let it cook. Put one more here.
I am going to ask the listening audience, watching audience, how many of you would want to just put your hands in all of this mixture? Not me,
Me,
not me, but
So-
she does.
this is what it looks like with the Ortega chilies on top. And then as that bakes, all that flavor from the chili will go into the meatloaf. Plus we have it inside, and then we have all this yummy cheese. Now what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cover it with foil.
Cover it with
And I'm gonna
foil.
show them a secret on the foil. So do you mind getting me some foil?
I will try to get you some foil.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of wash my hands a little.
She's washing her hands a little. Okay.
And you have your wonderful spray, right, Mimi?
Here I do.
Okay, so
What
you're
is
gonna
it?
give me a sheet of spray of,
You want to get through with this actually?
yes, I'm through now.
Okay, actually, she's through.
Okay, so there's quite involved here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Should we not clean that first?
Oh, I guess we could.
I think we should.
Okay,
I'm big on clean.
well, I'm clean on food, but
Yeah. Yeah, the cabinets and stuff, no, that's not a big issue with you. It is with me. Because whatever is collected on this tinfoil would go in the oven or something or whatever.
okay, now what we're gonna do,
Oven messy.
there, is that clean enough for you? Are you sure?
You missed a little bit, maybe you won't need it.
I want, okay, spread me out a little bit more, a little bit longer, longer. Okay, well, like that. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to spray the shiny side. Could you spray that, please, Amy?
I'm spraying. Spraying and praying. This is gonna
And
be
we're
good.
doing the shiny side because it will not get the foil on the meat. And so then we've sprayed it, and now we're going to cover it.
Yes, and she has that thing, this thing I never heard of till I met her, that you have the dull side up, not the shiny side up to cook, right?
Right.
Right.
And it won't cause you any of that from the foil to get on your food.
Oh, okay.
So this is ready to go into the oven at about a 350 oven for about probably 45 minutes to an hour. You'll be able to check it if you want your meat to be 155 or 160 and make sure it's done in the middle. And when you test it, you test the middle.
I do not have a tester.
Well, we can kind of tell by looking at it. So with that, so that's going to go in the oven. And what we're going to do with this, Mamie wanted to have a Spanish rice to go with. Are you okay?
I had to sneeze.
Oh.
It's done now.
She hurt herself this week, so she's recovering with probably a broken rib.
Yes, and sneezing
Probably.
is not fun.
No, never. And of course she sneezes more now than ever. So we're going to use this, we've used this before, we've told you about it. The Knorr Spanish rice, it's delicious. follow the directions. Also, because it is meatloaf, and she didn't ask for it, but I did it. I made some red potatoes, and I'm gonna mash them, and they can have a choice or both. Because mashed potatoes kind of go with meatloaf.
Oh, yes, they do.
They do. So we'll be doing both. So later on, when company comes, Mamie's wonderful daughter and son-in-law, we will show you the meatloaf when it's finished, and we're gonna sit down, and you get to meet Keith, Stephanie, and Nick, and we're gonna have a lovely end of the year lunch. God bless.
Are you rolling right now?
I am.
Okay, this is Spanish rice. And Kathy, you can describe yours. You have to be over here. Describe your dish here.
Well, Mexican meatloaf
Mexican.
with Ortega chilies and Velveeta cheese and what else do we have? Oh, and a mushroom sauce to go with that. Then we'll cut that in slices when we're ready to eat. I cannot wait to try that.
Turned out pretty good.
That is gorgeous. Thank you, Alexia.
Thank you, Alexia.
You got our vote.